Good afternoon and welcome to our tutorial today is finding parts of a group. Now if I have to go back in that corner there and knock some heads together, get you to be quiet, then I will. Alright, finding parts of a group. So for example, that is finding 3/5 of 10. So if I have one whole, I have 10, and I want to find what 3/5 of that is. If I have $10 and I need to find 3/5 of $10, that's basically what we're doing. Our denominator of our fraction tells us how many groups. In this problem, the denominator is 5, so I'm going to have 5 groups.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so my denominator tells me how many groups. Denominator equals number of groups.
That looks like a P.
Denominator equals number of groups. The whole number is got to be split in amongst those groups. So we split this evenly in the groups. So example here, we have 5 groups. We need to split 10 evenly in 5 groups. So that means each one's going to get 2. And my numerator tells me the number of groups I want to include. So a number of groups to include. If you want to stop the video now and write this down in your journal, that'd be a great idea. If not, hey, what's up? What's up? So my numerator here is 3. That means I want to include 3 of these groups. My answer is how many are in these 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3/5 of 10 is 6. Boom shakalaka. Let's look at some others.
How?
2/3 of 15. 2/3 of 15. Now let's talk first real quick and kind of get an idea. Let's do some estimating, and I'm going to tell you how to estimate. We're going to look at the fraction 2/3. So we want to see, is it more than or less than a half, first of all. So, using my handy dandy pieces here, I have a half. What's up? Okay, you can come back now. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Sometimes I open them and don't read them. Alright, so we want to know if 2/3 is more than or less than a half. Well, looking here, I have 2/3, and it is greater than a half. So if I were finding half of 15, that would be like if I said, hey, Benjamin, you have $15, give me half. You'd say, all right, here's 7.5. Give me $7.50. Okay? So 7.5 is half of 15. But I want 2/3, not a half. So my answer is going to be more than 7.5 because 2/3 is more than 1/2. So my answer has to be bigger than 7.5. Thank you, Benjamin.
Wait, so if we give 7.5 to whatever you said, so then are we going to rip the other half of the dollar?
Well, no, see, I would trade it in for quarters.
I get it. I totally knew that.
Oh, my denominator, as we said in the last problem, number of groups. The denominator is my number of groups. I split my whole number, which is 15, into that many groups. So how many in each group? If there's 3 groups, I want 15, Benjamin?
5 in each
5.
group.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I've got my 3 groups. I've split my 15 into that 3 groups, and I want to use 2 of those 3 groups, which gives me 5, 10, which 10 is greater than 7.5, which gives me a good benchmark since I know it's bigger than a half. 10 is greater than 7.5. 2/3 is greater than a half. Boom. Shakalaka. Just a quick one. We'll do one more. Wait right there.
Don't you dare.
Don't I dare what?
Don't I dare write another one.
All right, let's do 5, 6 times 30. All right, so number of groups we have to make is 6. 6 groups. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups. I need to take these 30 and split them evenly into these 6 groups. So that gives me how many per group?
5.
5. Because 6 times 5 is 30, so 5 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all are too loud back there. I don't care.
Are you serious?
Don't bother Mr. W. If it's available, that's fine. Okay, so we've divided these 30 into 6 equal groups. We need to include 5 of them in here. So 5 of these groups will be. And so I'm using these 5, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 5, 6 of 30 is 25. And if we think about that, 5, 6 is close to 1 whole. Because 5, let's look here. Let's look. I've got this handy dandy thing here. There's 1 whole. And let's look at our 5, 6. 5, 6 is close to 1 whole. And so 5, 6 of 30 should be pretty close to 30. And is 25 close to 30? Boom, shakalaka it is. Peace out. God bless you. Love you all.